What is up, Earthnoids, space pirates, and Jovians? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode we are returning to the world of Crossbone Gundam Dust. Last time we were introduced to Ash King and the mighty transport team. They met a girl named Leo who joined them on their journeys, and Kaguya Shiratori watches over them in her crane. This time, Kaguya hires Ash to help against some Federation remnants. They protect some children from being trafficked, and they run into Font and the Phantom. So let's get into this. We start with a little bit of Kaguya's butt. Nice. She has a job for the mighty transport team. She introduces herself. Kaguya is known to have never lost a battle. She wants help with the situation regarding a former Federation unit. After the Federation fell, many of them just turned into gangs and pirates. We've seen this in Hooligans and Gundam Katana post 1 Year War as well. In this case, this group is dipping their toes into human trafficking. His gang thinks that it ain't nothing but trouble, but they have 2,000 women they're trying to save. Against most of the team's wishes, Ash agrees to the job, but on one condition. They aren't guns for hire and won't take orders, but they will help them get their cargo of 2,000 women and won't ask questions. They have themselves a deal. Kaguya takes a look at Leo and goes, "Yeah, I'm totally into that." Leo says that taking this job is very heroic, but Ash thinks, 2,000 women, huh? Even if 1 out of 10 like me, that's 200 women. Ash has his priorities in order. The next day, Kaguya docks with the escargot. They are all amazed by her unit as it seems to be relatively new. She gets out of her mobile suit and checks out Leo's ass. While Leo escorts her, Kaguya makes a woo face. The way they draw her, she actually has resting woo face. The team moves into the mirror surface zone. Ash says that this reminds him of his dad. It is an old power station graveyard. The Federation is expected to pass through this area, and they are planning an ambush. Kaguya goes, "You got a nice ass. What's your name?" She tells her name is Leah. Kaguya says, "I'm gonna get right to the point. Both of your fists inside of me. What do you think?" Ash and the rest of the crew can hear them. He says that you could calm your lady boner before the mission begins. Kaguya goes, "No, she's mine." Ash goes, "No, she's mine." Leo is confused about what is happening. Ash thinks Kaguya is really protective with women, maybe too protective. Something seems off, so he goes to figure it out. He figures it out by touching Kaguya's boob. She yells and throws Ash. Then she takes Leo and bails in her mobile suit. At that same time, the Federation passes through. Everyone calls Ash an idiot for being the one to mess this up. In the crane, Kaguya is crying. Leo slaps her and tells her to get a grip. She can't forget the 2,000 women she wanted to save. That is when they are surrounded by mobile suits. One of the mobile suits is an Adamamos. There is no data on the Adamamos, but it appears to be a Doga-type mobile suit, with the Zaku or Goof spiked shoulders, and what appears to be the Top Fighter backpack, which turns V-Gundam into Hexa. It also has 5 beam guns on each finger. Her mobile suit isn't responding. She doesn't know what is wrong with it, and kidnapped Leo because she was hoping for her to figure it out. Earlier, Leo told Kaguya she was the new mechanic. The Adamamos grabs the crane, but that is when Ash and the anchor comes in. Leo sees if she could fix this while in the cockpit. Kaguya gets a front row view of them titties. 5 mobile suits surround Ash. So this is the first page of chapter 6? They know what they're doing. They know. The other mobile suits move in. The Biyagi appears to be an Akai with what looks like the legs of an O, a twin machine gun, and what looks like stern boosters on the backpack. The Magatsuki Kai also appears to be a Doga type with a Doga head and a Gyaradoga shield. I'm getting a little bit of F99 record breaker in this as well. It has a Heat Hawk. The Matomash looks like a Federation standard body with a... Is that 2 eyes on a Zaku head? The Veterano looks like a gun cannon, and an F-70 cannon Gundam had a baby. Anchor begins attacking the Adamamos. He grabs the crane, causing Kaguya to smack into Leo's boobies. Nice. He isn't graceful with the crane as he fights. This causes Kaguya to smack into Leo's crotch. Nice. Leo tells Ash to be more gentle, but Kaguya says, "I want it rougher so I can achieve climax." This is a horny manga. Ash notes that they have 5 mobile suits and are constantly moving to avoid crossfire. The Adamamos slices through his right arm, and Ash calls him a Muppet. A Muppet? Did a British dude translate this? Oi, bruv. Mobile suits, isn't it? Oh hey, the finger guns on the Adamamos work. Why did this manga start by saying beam weapons are rare, and then proceeded to show me everyone who knows how to use a beam weapon? The pilot happens to be a woman carrying a baby in a Bjorn. She puts on a Ramba Raw mask. Her, the Biyagi, and the Magatsuki Kai move in to form the Jetstream attack. This was the Black Tri-Star's move back during the 1 Year War. Like Amado in the past, Ash says thanks for lining up for me and shoots the heat ceramic bullet. It fires through all 3's arm and legs. The Veterano and Matomash rush in. Ash suggests that they retreat or they will die here. They decide to flee. Near the ship comes a barrage of missiles. hitting all the mobile suits. The anchor takes the brunt of the attack, protecting the crane. It is a mysterious black mobile suit. This is the Volcano. The CRX-007 Volcano is an experimental mobile suit used by the Cyclops team. This is a long-range mobile suit that still utilizes beam weapons. Weapons include Vulcan guns, 4 beam cannons, a beam saber, mini missiles, and a machine gun. It will later take parts from a Noel Wraith to form the Volcano ring. This is Arnold, the man that hired these mercs. They are mad that they turned on him, but he never claimed they were allies. He refers to them as disposable pawns. He jettisons one capsule holding over 600 people. He will vaporize it if anyone tries anything. He says that they have only been ordered to bring back 1,100, so they have some people to spare. Kaguya says that men like him sicken her. Ash tells his men to stay back as the chappie can't hold its own. Arnold says for the glory of the Cyclops team, he will continue the legacy of the Titans. That's right, Titans remnants still exist out there. If you're a Titans or Xeon remnant, this is probably the era they should have waited till to make their move. I guess half of the one-year war veterans would be dead by UC-160. This is the Cyclops team. They are an EFF splinter group that has descended from the Titans, who have been hiding out in Titano-Machia, a hidden asteroid fortress. That is when Leo was able to patch up the crane. It begins moving into action. She shoots her VSBR past the Volcano and hits the engines of the ship carrying the women. She transforms into mobile suit mode. Arnold snaps his fingers and out of the ship comes Ashimax. The Cian RX-044 Ashimac is based off of the Ashimar from the Grips conflict and modified to hold its own in the age of warring space states. This version has a thicker armor which handles shell weapons better. The head sensor is replaced with a mono-eye sensor, and the legs now become a second disc in mobile armor form. This increases speed, but reduces weight and mobility. The beam rifle is replaced with a machine gun. The name is also a portmanteau for Ashimar Cyclops. Since the Volcano is long range, the Ashimax protect the black mobile suit. While everyone was fighting, Leo notices something approaching them. Ash attacks the Ashimax while Kaguya focuses on the Volcano. She says, "I am still going to kill you for touching my boob." Kaguya looks at Leo and says, "If we win this, it is because of you." Leo tells her to shut up and focus on the battle. The Volcano shoots at the downed mercs from earlier, but the escargot rushes in to protect them. He fires again, but it is blocked by another mobile suit. It is Phantom Gundam. The EMS-TC02 Phantom V2 is Ghost Gundam repainted green to look like the original Phantom Gundam, which means that the anti-beam coating has been removed, drifting out in space for 15 years. It has lost its original armaments, and the Minovsky drive isn't at 100%. Because of this, it also can't use the flame swords. The Minovsky drive will eventually receive maintenance. It uses the beam rotors of the Desfeast, which looks like a propeller airplane. It also produces an eye field. When upgraded, it will get a version 2 of the Phantom Light and the Mirage Bird mode. It blocks the attack with its eye field, and the Phantom tells the mercs to get out of there. The crane punches off the left shoulder of the Volcano. The Ashimax transform into double donut mode and chases Phantom, but Ash gives a few of them a roundhouse kick. Kaguya goes in for the final blow against Arnold, but the Phantom stops her from attacking. It transforms into mobile suit mode. Most of Ash's crew were the children from 16 years ago. They instantly recognize this mobile suit from their childhood. Leo says that she recognizes the mobile suit as well. It seems she was a young kid and was at Maria City during the events of Crossbone Ghost. Kaguya asks for the pilot's name. He says that he is a ghost. It is Font. Font says that he is looking for the Federation soldiers and to back off, but they aren't having any of it. Font can still activate the Phantom Light for intimidation factors at least. Kaguya goes in to attack. The Phantom Light triggers Ash once again. Leo notices that his movements are random. Vava, the old Obasan and the helmsman of the escargot, tells Leo about Zanskar invading Cartoon Meat 16 years ago. The Phantom that they saw back then sparked the colony's liberation. Vava thinks that Ash felt a fear so strong that he couldn't distinguish between enemy and ally. It is a berserker mode, essentially. Ash thinks if he kills the Phantom, the fear will go away. That's frighteningly close to someone who kills to make the bad thoughts go away. That doesn't sound healthy. He gets a hold of himself. Font contacts Ash and he sees that he is the same person. The exact same, with no change in age, which confuses and frustrates him. He attacks with his anchor, but Font dodges his strongest attack with ease. He tells Ash that he was looking for him to help out, but it is clear he lives in fear and is no use to him. He throws back his anchor as if it was nothing. Font says that Universal Century is dying. He wants to save it from dying. The most efficient way to fix this is to side with the Federation. Font slams him into the mirrors. He gives Ash two choices. "Oh my god, it's happening!" He says he has to come with him, no questions asked. or he could just stay here. This call to action is a very important moment in the Crossbone series. Seabook, aka King Kate, said this to Tobiah. Tobiah said this to Font, and now Font is saying it to Ash. Kaguya tries to do a sneak attack, but when she transforms into mobile armor form, her engine dies once again. Ashamax rush in. Ash thinks this is all lies and the person he met 16 years ago would never do something like this. He goes in to attack Font, but then he throws his anchors at the Ashamax. Font sees that he chose to help his friends instead of attacking. He grabs the Volcano and they make the retreat. Arnold says, "Wait a minute, who the hell are you?" Ash thinks, oh well, at least there are 2,000 ladies waiting to be rescued. He finds out that it is 2,000 children. Womp womp. They wanted to be taken by the Federation to be turned into cyber new types. Kaguya says, "Hey man, you said you would transport them to a safe place." Ash went from helping against child trafficking to trafficking himself. Oh, that's quite the pickle you got yourself in. And that will do it for this episode. Can you guess all the parts from all the mobile suits? I'm sure I'm missing most of the references in these mixed mobile suits. Out of all the remnants of old, we happen to stumble onto the Titans, and not only that, Font is working with them. He seems to be hyperfixated on efficiency once again. Next time, the gang heads to Taganas' colony, where we meet Trace and her daughter. She is the first to realize that Font has awakened from cryo, and Taganas betrays the gang. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, the Titans are very patient. Peace.